What a beautiful morning to be able to woken up to at Assateague Island campground. Hello everyone, I'm Rasha from Northern Virginia, USA. Today I'm going to talk about day 2 of our adventure at Assateague Island, what we have done during the day, what we have prepared for the meals, tips and tricks that you can use when you are camping with family. I have a family of 5 with 3 kids, ages between 4, 7, and 10. My 4-year-old was still sleeping with his dad in the tent, so I decided to take my other 2 kids with me for a walk and enjoy the peace and the blessing the island has to offer. We stayed at the Bayside camp area, so the Bayside was a very short 5 minutes walk from our campground. And on our way, we have seen a couple wild animals, bunnies, geese, and again the horses. My kids enjoyed chasing the bunnies to the bushes, and they did the same for the geese. Seeing these wild horses everywhere was a pretty common thing in the island. There are pretty strict rules about not touching the horses and also feeding them human food. Though my kids were very tempted to try to touch the horses from the back, I had to keep reminding them about the safety rules for the horses and also for themselves. Finally, we are here at the Bayside. We were the first one to arrive at the parking garage and at the Bayside area. It was so peaceful just to hear the animals and the birds and enjoy the calmness of the ocean. So the Bayside had lots of parking spots available with handicap parking. There were 2 bathrooms nearby. They were pretty accessible. There was also a dumpster nearby for trash. My daughter found a map and it talked about Bridge to Nowhere. It was pretty interesting to us, so we started reading it. So this bridge was once meant to lead a luxury beach resort, homes, roads, and shops. But after a devastating storm in 1962, everything was washed away and the plans were abandoned. Now it leads to untouched nature, wild ponies, and preserved beauties on Assateague Island. So yeah, it's a bridge to nowhere, but also to everywhere. Then we started walking around the Bay Area. Weather was calm, but a little bit breezy. It was expected for that day, which is why we wore our hoodie. Temperature was in 60s. We were all enjoying the peaceful vibes. The water at the Bayside looks deep at first, especially with how calm and still it is. But yesterday I saw a few families walking right into it, and to my surprise, the water barely reached their waist. My husband noticed it too, and of course now he wants to take the kids in. If you are looking for more than just a walk or a swim, there are kayaks and bike rentals available here too. Just keep in mind they come in a time limit, so plan your day accordingly. We thought about renting bikes for a quick ride along the trail, but with the kids it was always a juggling act between water fun and everything else. Still, it's nice to have those options available, whether you are paddling through quiet waters, biking through scenic trails, or simply choosing between the calm bay or the wild ocean. It's all part of the Assateague experience. Each campground loop here has a couple of water tube wells. These old school hand pumps, my daughter was so excited to try on. Of course, I let her give it a go, but I had to remind her to be careful. There are signs everywhere that says do not feed this water to the wild horses. It might seem like a small thing, but it's actually really important. These horses are wild and very fully self-sustaining. Giving them human-provided water or food can actually harm their health and behavior. So after our peaceful walk around the Bayside and a fun little stop at the hand pump water well, it didn't take long before the kids started complaining we are hungry. Before we left for the trip, I planned out a quick and simple breakfast menu, something fast and easy for the campground. So I purchased these croissant packages and my kids loved it. I also have eggs, sausage, and roti for the menu. So I pulled out my little camp stove and got to work. For myself and my husband, we needed our fuel too. So I made tea from scratch. None of the tea bag dip business. I boiled water, added fresh ginger, pinch of cardamom, and real black tea leaves. Let it simmer, added my sugar, and just like that we had hot, flavorful, desi style tea. Next I made some egg omelets. So I used a plastic cup and added some pre-cut onions, some cilantro, and then added my eggs to the cup. It was pretty easy to control all the ingredients in a small cup rather than in a bowl. Once I was done mixing all the ingredients, then I set up my stove. This stove is compact and very efficient. Once my pan was heated up, I added some oil, then poured my egg mixture in the pan. Once my one side of the egg was done, I flipped it over so it can be cooked on the other side, and it started to smell pretty amazing. Afterwards, I started frying my rotis. These are the rotis that I bought from Costco and put it in the cooler with some ice. Now it's time to fry them. I feel even more hungry right now. Next, I bought some halal turkey sausage from Restaurant Depot. So I started frying them for my kids and myself. So that's our day 2 breakfast. The egg, the sausage, and the roti, I made a roll out of them and it was delicious. Later, I enjoyed my hot tea. That definitely helped me to boost my energy. After we finished our breakfast, my daughter started to draw on the sandy ground with a piece of stick, and right that moment we had 3 horses who came to feed on our campground. Then we had to remove all the food items from the picnic table, and we had to be further away from the horses just for safety reasons. After the horses left our campground, we put on some music. Since yesterday the temperature was a little bit chilly, we could not set up our canopy tent. So today we are working as a team to set up the canopy. This canopy I have purchased a couple days ago. It's a heavy duty one, but it does require definitely 4 people to assist with the opening or closure of the tent, but I am pretty satisfied with how heavy duty it is, and all my kids basically jumped in to help for every single task or activities within the tent. So after we were done with setting up our canopy tent, we then put it on top of our picnic table so we have enough shades while we are having our lunch or dinner for the day. Now it's time to prepare the food items for the beach and the other materials we need. I have the beach changing clothes and the towel already set up in a plastic bag that I got from home. Then I started packing up some of the food items. My other food items were already in the cooler that I prepped from home. I am going to grill some chicken, some hot dogs, and also some naans, which I have prepackaged from home. So after a 2 short minute drive, we arrived at the beach side, and soon after we started unloading our things. I would highly recommend you to purchase a beach wagon that is built specifically for the beach. They have special tires and it's pretty easy to pull things where you want to take them. So some beach essentials that we took with us were a beach tent, some chairs to sit on, and also a Coleman grill, just because we were going to grill our food by the beach. Our tent had the capacity to hold up to 6 people, and it was pretty heavy duty and was holding up to the breeze by the ocean. After setting up our beach tent, we started walking around a bit, trying to soak in the sun. And my kids started playing already with the sand and the water. I made sure my kids were sitting very close to the tent because the ocean water wasn't as calmer, and they were enjoying playing with the sand and building things on their own. After I had some time to myself by the ocean, I then started to prep the grill for preparing our food. It was a bit windy, but we were able to turn our grill on, and then we started grilling our chicken, hot dog, and the naans. So finally our food was ready, and the kids were very hungry after being by the ocean for a long time. My kids enjoyed the hot dog the most, but me and my husband preferred to eat chicken, naan, and some salad. After we were done with our food, we started to enjoy some soda by the beach. After a quick break, my kids could not resist going back to the sand. They absolutely loved playing by the seashore. This time they were especially focused on collecting the seashells. It's one of their favorite beach activities, gathering all kind of unique shells in different shapes and colors. As they lingered and soaked in the last bit of beach time, I realized we needed to start packing. The showers tend to get busy, and I didn't want to be stuck in a long line. Although I couldn't capture a video of the shower area this time, I wanted to share what it was like. There were at least 4 outdoor showers next to each parking areas. They were simple, open, and very functional. The water wasn't temperature controlled, so it was cold but refreshing, especially after a warm day at the beach. After we finished the shower, we were ready to head back to our tent. Even though we didn't want to leave, it was a beautiful way to end our time by the ocean. Sandy feet, happy kids, and a few more shells to take home. Check out my next blog on how I ended the second day with a fine dinner walk by the bayside during our stay at Assateague Island.